Hey everyone, it's Eric, and it's the fifth day of Vlogmas. This is going to be such a fun one, I think. You guys, I really think you might enjoy tonight's Vlogmas. So, tonight we have spiced apple toddy burning, and this candle, I love this candle. I love the fragrance on it. It's one of the candles that I like to use when I have a get together, if I have people over, because this candle, most people enjoy this fragrance, so I'm pretty safe having this candle burning in the house and it won't offend anybody.
Heaven forbid.
Your scent notes are warm apple brandy, spiced plum, tart cranberry, and cinnamon stick. I mostly get a sweet apple fragrance mixed in with the cinnamon. It's a nice, sweet, spicy apple scent, and it just really reminds me of holiday entertaining. So tonight, instead of baking cookies, we're not going to bake cookies tonight, you guys. I'm doing something a little different tonight. We're going to make 3 different dips or spreads that you could use at a holiday party, or maybe just, you want to make it for yourself and binge watch some TV. These will work great for that too. Football parties, all kinds of events, you guys. These are really fun, festive ideas that you can use for your get-togethers. So let's head on over to the kitchen and get cooking. So this first appetizer or dip that we are making, it's called Jezebel Sauce. I love the name Jezebel Sauce for this. It's been in my family for many, many years, and I remember back in probably my early teen years, I asked my mom, why is it called Jezebel Sauce? And she just looked at me and said, it's because it's sweet and spicy like a Jezebel. That's what she told us. So this particular dip that we are making tonight, we only make it around Christmas time in our house. It's kind of like a tradition to have it, and it is sweet and spicy. So you will need 10 ounces of apple jelly. This is a 18-ounce jar, and we just kind of eyeball this recipe in my family, but you would need 10 ounces of apple jelly. That's the actual written down part of the recipe. You will need 18 ounces of pineapple preserves, and Smucker's is one of the few companies out there that I know still makes pineapple preserves. They can be hard to find in grocery stores, but you will use a whole 18-ounce jar of pineapple preserves. You're going to want to use 1 whole little canister of dry yellow mustard. So this says it's 0.85 ounces or 24 grams. So you're going to use a whole little canister of dry mustard. Any brand works. And then you're going to want some fresh cracked pepper. So we're using 1 tablespoon of cracked pepper. Again, you can eyeball this and use less or more to taste. We typically use a little bit more in our house. And you will also need 5 ounces of the fresh ground horseradish sauce that's found in the refrigerated section of the grocery store. Not the horseradish sauce, the creamy kind that you see in your dry goods section, but the refrigerated kind. It'll look something like this probably. And this is an 8-ounce jar. So, again, we kind of eyeballed it to make the 5 ounces. You're going to drain it. Make sure you drain it. I just use like a little colander. You pour it in there and drain it over the sink. And there you go. This is so easy to make, you guys. And it's one of these recipes that you can make ahead of time for a party several days in advance, and it'll taste better. A few days in the fridge really lets the flavors all mingle together and really come together. So just keep that in mind. If you do plan on making this, you can always make it the day ahead of time, and that's even better. So first we're going to go ahead and add our apple jelly. And again, we're only adding 10 ounces. Yeah, this is so easy. It's an odd looking dip. Everybody always says, what is that?
What are they?
So, and we typically serve this with a Triscuit cracker because it's a thicker, heartier cracker, and cream cheese. And I'll show you just exactly how we eat this in our family. But a nice hearty cracker is best for this dip. So there's a little bit of apple jelly still in here. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, there's about this much left of this jar. So you don't have to use the whole thing. And again, you can kind of eyeball this. It's a very forgiving recipe. So you know, if you add a little or a little too less or a little too much, it's still going to be okay. And then this part is really easy with the pineapple preserves. We're adding a whole jar. So no need to measure. Just dump that in there. And let me tell you something. Even if you have people in your house that don't like pineapple, they like this. They always say they like it, and usually they don't know there's pineapple in this. You can't really taste pineapple when it's all said and done making this recipe, you guys. So just FYI. It tastes really good. Okay, so that's the pineapple. Let me put that over there. And then before we add the other ingredients, I'm just going to give this a quick mix. Kind of get the jelly broken up in the pineapple preserves. Next, I'm just going to throw in my tablespoon of cracked pepper. Next, we're going to add our fresh ground horseradish, and we're going to add the dry mustard. That's a spicy meatball. This really puts some pep in your step. This horseradish. But I love this. So good with the horseradish. Mix that in. Okay. And then our dry mustard. Okay. And it's okay if there's like a little glob of dry mustard or anything like that. If you happen to have that, it'll break up pretty soon. It'll absorb some moisture and break up. All right, so that is the Jezebel sauce, you guys. Super simple. Okay, the sauce is ready to go in the fridge. You want to refrigerate this for at least 4 hours. Give it time to chill and kind of re-solidify and just let the flavors start to mingle. But overnight is even better. So this is a great recipe to make a day ahead of time. And you just want to cover it either with some saran wrap so that the sauce doesn't dry out, or if you have some kind of lid for your bowl, that's even better. And then this can go right into the fridge. And then tonight during hot cocoa, I'll show you how my family likes to eat Jezebel sauce.
Don't they look delicious? Well.
Our next dip that we're making is a smoked salmon spread. Super easy to make and goes great with bagel chips or other vegetables like cucumbers, and it's great for holiday entertaining. This is another recipe that you can make the morning of or the night prior to a get-together. First, we're going to add our cream cheese that's been softened to room temperature. Next, we're going to add half a cup of plain Greek yogurt. We're going to use juice of half a lemon. This is a seedless lemon, so it makes it super easy. You can just squeeze right into the bowl. Just kind of get this a little bit of a chop there. Next, we're going to add 3 to 5 dashes of hot sauce. I'm just using some Frank's Red Hot. Get a couple good healthy dashes in there. Okay. And then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of prepared horseradish. And this has pretty much already been drained because we just made that Jezebel sauce. So we just take a little bit out of this. Okay. And then 1 teaspoon of Worcester sauce. Okay. I'm just going to give this a quick little mix before we add the other ingredients. You can also use a mixer with a paddle. That would make this a lot easier. We're going to add in our green onions. This is 2 green onions chopped. And a nice healthy tablespoon of fresh dill chopped. Okay. And then lastly, we're going to add 6 ounces of flaked smoked salmon. This is smoked sockeye salmon that I'm using here. Okay, let's mix this all in. And the dip is done. Super easy to make. And this tastes so good with like a bagel chip. Another ingredient that you can add also that is nice is a couple capers. A couple chopped capers in there is also a nice addition to this spread. Let's taste test this dip really quick. It looks so good, you guys. Look at that. So good. That was delicious. So good. And the final dip of the evening is a cheese and sausage dip that will be served warm. You're going to start with 1 pound of ground sausage. You want to have that cooked. So I went ahead and got our sausage already cooked to save us some time. This is just a regular breakfast sausage, but you could use a chorizo. You could use an Italian sweet sausage. That's very popular with this. And then to this mixture here, this sausage, we're going to add 1 brick 8-ounce cream cheese and 16 ounces of Velveeta or some type of soft processed cheese like Velveeta. So that's going to get added into this mixture. And then we're going to add 2 cans of Rotel. You can use any kind of can of Rotel you want. Just make sure you drain them. I'm using the Hatch variety. It says it's diced tomatoes and fire roasted Hatch chilies. So you want 2 10-ounce cans of this, and you want to make sure it's drained. So we have it drained right here, ready to go. And then you're just going to add half a teaspoon of garlic powder to this. Real simple to make, goes great with tortilla chips. This is a great dip to have like on a game night, or if you have a party where people are kind of mingling around and just talking. It's a great dip for something like that as well. So let's go ahead, fire back up the stove here and finish off this dip. So first we're going to add our cream cheese and our Velveeta and just let this melt. Look at all that cheesy goodness with the sausage. It melted down in no time. So now we're going to go ahead and add our half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Just adds a little nice flavor to it. I went ahead and added the 2 cans of Rotel. And now you have a bubbly, cheesy deliciousness here that's ready for any get-together. Okay, you guys, we have to give this a quick try while it's nice and bubbling hot. Look at that. Look at that. All that cheesy goodness. That's good. Yeah, this would be very nice at like a game party for sure. Very good. Look at all these wonderful appetizers. Yummy dip. These chips here. Delicious. Then we have our salmon spread with some bagel chips. And then over here we have our Jezebel sauce served with Triscuits. And you spread that with a little cream cheese. Absolutely delicious. Oh my goodness, you guys. I am stuffed. I have been munching on all these appetizers that we've been making this evening. But I want to show you really quick how to do this Jezebel sauce. So I just have a little bit here for demonstration, but basically you just take a Triscuit, at least that's what my family's always done. I'm just gonna get a little, sorry this isn't really on camera, but just gonna take some cream cheese, put a little cream cheese on there, make sure it's nice and soft, and then I'm just gonna grab a little of this Jezebel sauce. It's very sweet and spicy, and that's it. That's how we've always eaten it. We only serve this at Christmas time, you guys. Oh, it's so spicy with the horseradish and the fresh peppercorns mixed in there, but it's so sweet with the apple jelly and the pineapple. You really can't taste the pineapple, though. It's not like something you can really pick out. It just all blends together to make its own flavor. And it's just so delicious on the cream cheese. So good. Let's get into this hot cocoa bag here and get some hot cocoa going. Raspberry. Someone was just telling me, I'm trying to remember who told me they had raspberry hot cocoa the other night. And it sounded delicious. So now I have raspberry hot cocoa to try. Excellent. Oh, forgot to show you the mug tonight. It's just my Eric mug. Little Christmas trees all over it. Alrighty. Let's add this hot cocoa. And while I was in the kitchen here getting this bag, I had to go in the kitchen to get the bag opened because I forgot the scissors again. And I couldn't find the scissors. So I used a knife and accidentally cut myself. It's always something, you guys, with me. It's always something.
Well, you can tell I'm not accustomed to cooking on camera. Maybe I'm not even accustomed to cooking. And dressed like this, but doesn't everyone?
So yeah, let me get this hot water going. Okay, nice hot water. Okay, I don't want to add too much water. This is a very big mug. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you all get a chance to try at least one of those dips because they're really good, and I think they just work out well at parties. I know when I'm throwing a get-together, I'm always thinking last minute like what to have out because I usually do some kind of like a buffet style table where people can just go pick out what they want to eat. Usually everyone's around talking and kind of gathered in little groups. So I feel like dips and things like that work best in that kind of a situation. So hopefully you'll get a chance to try one of those dips. And if anything, that sausage dip is great for a game night. I will say that. That's a crowd pleaser. Okay, you guys, I do have some Christmas cards to show you, and the first one comes all the way from Canada. This is from Diana. She sends this card. It says warm winter wishes. How pretty is that? And the scene really kind of reminds me of that Bath and Body Works wallflower that they have out with the snowflakes, the projector. Kind of reminds me of that. Very, very pretty. Thank you, Diana. So nice. Oh, thanks, Diana. Thank you. Very pretty. And this next card is from Lisa. Look how cute this is. I would love this card in like a puzzle form. What a pretty picture that is. So cute. And Lisa, we're like practically neighbors. When I saw the address, like, wow, you're just right over nearby. So nice. Love that. Thank you very much, Lisa. That's such a pretty card. It really is. Thank you. And then this last card is from Sarah. And it's the peanuts, which is so cute. So cute. Thank you, Sarah. Such a pretty card. You know, I remember watching them as a kid, the Peanuts, the Christmas episode. And I remember as a kid, you know, there was only a few networks. You know, you had your NBC, ABC, CBS, there was PBS, and a few other like local stations. Of course, there was cable. we didn't have cable till much later, but growing up we didn't have cable really, and I just remember being sitting in the back of the station wagon, and we were out doing something, and just like frantic to want to get home to see the Christmas special before it was over.
Can we go now? Can we go? Yes, we can go now.
Because if you didn't see it, then you had to wait till the next year. There wasn't like a replay usually of them. So yeah, I just always remember like, hurry, let's get home. It starts in 20 minutes. So yes, yes. If you're old enough to remember that, then you belong here at this channel. Thank you very much, Sarah. I love the card. Thank you. So those are the cards. Let's get into some hot cocoa, you guys. Let's see what this hot cocoa is like. If it has a nice raspberry flavor or not. Okay. This looks pretty hot. This could be another burn my lip moment. I mean, it's got, yeah, I don't know if it's got some steam rolling off of that. It's usually a good sign not to just take a big swig, but we're gonna try it out anyways. Oh yeah, this is really hot. I can feel the steam on my face. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, a little hot. It has a light raspberry flavor, you guys. Just a light raspberry flavor, but not bad. So that is it for Vlogmas Day 5, you guys. I hope you're all doing great and just taking a moment out for yourselves to relax each evening, because the holiday season can be a little bit stressful or it can get a little hectic. Join me tomorrow evening when we'll be back in the kitchen to make a whole new cookie recipe. Another baking adventure awaits. See you soon. Have a great night, everybody.